Hey guys, my name is X Factor. I hope you're having a great day. Season 1 of the Battle Pass for Apex Legends dropped today. Octane is available to anybody that has 12,000 Legend tokens available. That is the one currency and one thing you will get. Even if you hit level 100, you keep getting them. I'm literally sitting on like 70,000. You don't need the Battle Pass to be able to pick him up. With that said, we got a bunch of rounds with him. And here is Octane in a nutshell. We're going to break down all kinds of tips and tricks. First thing you need to know, you are not perfectly accurate while airing out shots. The wingman is pretty accurate compared to SMGs, ARs, and of course sniper rifles. You're going to see a later clip of where I'm trying to air somebody out with a 301 from about 30 meters, and the spray is insane. But here is the power, and this is why Octane is tier 1 for me. Not only did I just knock out and kill in a limb, they're calling, but I'm back to save these guys from getting finished. I gave myself the adrenaline one time. That's second time. I'm getting pushed here, but not a problem. The adrenaline is your cue. It's the Mountain Dew to the veins, baby. And you could use it after a 3 count. Highly spammable. What does it do? You get a 30% or so speed boost to 10% of your health. Now, if you're not taking damage or in the ring, you're also auto-regenning health. So it come back extremely quickly. So if you're stuck in the ring, chasing the circle, you're not going to want to use it, and you're probably going to have to heal. Now, you also one-hand weapons. And there's a couple things I want to talk about here as you see these clips. One, you can flank insanely fast and be an absolute pest if they're trying to revive, shield, or heal. Now you see me, now you don't, now I'm behind you, now you're just a joke, simply dead. So while one-handing, ADS, perfectly accurate. I don't think there's a penalty. Where there may be penalty, and I haven't confirmed this yet, is hip firing it and switching weapons we're going to talk about. But just because you have a jump pad doesn't mean you should use it. Watch how these two guys get absolutely lasered midair. You can't really air strafe on the jump pad. You can't really adjust your trajectory. There's one. This guy gets domed out. That's number 2. We drop down. We clear them out. So you have to be really careful with your jump pads, but they come up extremely fast. So keep that in mind. I use them a lot to get on hard to reach spots and of course buildings to go up and above people. But if you're in the open, you're simply going to get cheese. So here we got 2 teammates down. We're making the flank here, trying to make a move. See that? I'm regenning health in the bottom left. I just used my adrenaline, or the Mountain Dew, the veins, and we're in a gunfight. Didn't take damage though, so it's going to tick. Now, there is a cooldown, and it just popped again. So about 5 seconds after you're done taking damage from a gunfight, you're regenning a couple health a tick. It's not much, but it makes a huge difference in elongated and extended gunfights, which Apex Legends has all the time. Very few of these gunfights are wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, done in 30 seconds like other competitive or popular shooters. These can really draw out. Now, I'm in the ring. We're trying to finish off this group. These guys chased after a caustic and a couple other baddies in these buildings. So you have to heal. And that regen is not enough to beat the late stages of the circles anyway. So keep that in mind. Now, I could have used my stimulant there, 10% of my health. You see I'm one-handed here. Away we go. You can put the weapon away, but be very mindful, again, of that hip fire. I'm not confirmed that, so I'm about to go on vacation for 2 weeks in sunny Orlando, Florida with the wife and the kids. We're literally going to go dive with the dolphins. I'm super excited. Got about 100 kills in, and I really couldn't confirm it because it felt kind of wonky sometimes when I was stimmed and hip firing. But ADS, or aiming down sight, felt great. No penalty whatsoever. But again, if you're air strafing or using the jump pads, there is absolutely an aim penalty to every single weapon. SMGs and ARs are absolutely horrible. If you're going to try to pull off a cheeky shot, make sure it's with the wing of men. I was able to land multiple body shots, but never down somebody while airing it out. Another thing that you could do with your jump pack that I did as well is if you're in a tight bind, you could throw this thing pretty far. You could take away people's hard cover that they're playing by chucking a jump pad down. Everybody wants to strafe or AD spam in this game. I had people accidentally hit it, air them out, and rip them in the air. And here you see a wild Octane about to take flight as well. Now, when you're knocked out, you can crawl on it, you can jump on it, you can do a bunch of things, but obviously that's no bald eagle there. So the jump pads do come back extremely fast, but be very careful with them, especially if there's just one sitting there and it's not yours. Somebody might actually be baiting you out. So here you're going to see me try to go for an air strafe shot on a jump pad, throw that one close. Watch the spray. There's spread and deviation everywhere. Landed a couple shots, but that's not enough to knock him down. So keep that in mind. The R301 is one of the most accurate guns in the game, with a very easy spray pattern to master that allows you to laser people across the map if you catch them sitting still, or some of the chunky boys like Pathfinder, Caustic, and Gibraltar, who saw a little love in this patch. Caustic got a couple buffs. Gibraltar, they fixed a hole in his shield and tightened up the hitboxes, but I'm very sad to report that, in my opinion, those small adjustments were not enough. The chunky boys were death sentences and easy kills all day. And that's another reason why I put Octane in my tier 1, which includes Lifeline and Wraith, because the hitbox and the ability to have a small hitbox and 80 or straight spam a wingman while aiming down sight with 0 speed penalty is extremely strong. It actually bumps Bangalore out for me as we lose track of where this guy is. Circle's dinging pretty hard, so we're going to go play the circle and see if we catch him. And watch out about the pankles. They're going to get lit up. So my advice to you is, when you're learning Octane, don't use the jump pads to get flashy. Okay? Use them to get hard to reach spots. But use Octane as a flanker and somebody who can bait people back. And you can simply do that by taking damage yourself. If they rip your shield off, a lot of people chase. You can pop your stimulant at 10% to your health, and you're quick enough to get behind deeper cover, pop a battery or a shield cell or 2, and then basically give them a pop. Remember, if your 2 teammates are playing up and they chase you, usually that puts them in a triangle of death. You set up those crossfire angles, and down they go. Now it's a 3v1 or a 2v1 or even a 1v1, which gives you a huge benefit. I caught people chasing all night. Now, again, you can play Octane extremely aggressively, and you can set up those flanks instantly. They see you for a split second, you pop your stimulant, you go around, you wait that 3-second count, pop it again, you're behind them, and oh yeah, you've also regen the original stimulant because you didn't take any damage. So Octane is extremely fast, extremely nimble, and you actually get your speed bonus AD strafing, or for console players, strafing left and right. So if you have a shotgun, the Wing of Men, or an SMG, that's another huge bonus. You have to understand, when I'm tiering people out and I'm putting these guys in the top tier, a lot of that has to do with hitbox, the ability to be evasive while moving left and right. That automatically makes snipers like the longbow and the scout highly ineffective, especially at close range, let alone long range, and gives you the ability to be extremely fast with an SMG, which has very little penalty to your movement speed, and of course the wingman that has no penalty. So you can actually kind of build your loadouts around that. Some of the smaller characters, I tend to run wingman and of course R99 just to have those fat deeps. Now, one thing I noticed right here that I want to warn you about: when you switch weapons, sometimes when you're stimmed, it felt really slow. This isn't something I was really able to confirm. I don't know if it had something to do with the shotgun re-racking and it was bugged there. But there's a couple times where I switched weapons while stimmed and it wasn't really ready to go. Now, your stim doesn't last that long, so just be mindful of that. And there you see, pour one out for our homies. That's one chunky boy down with really nowhere to go. Overall, I think Octane is an absolute blast and a great addition. If anything, I'd like to see Respawn tweak the way these bounce pads work, and that maybe there isn't as stiff of a penalty to the actual jump pads. It'd be sick to use them in more of an aggressive manner that, one, you're not going to get lasered out because you're sitting duck, because you really can't air strafe. I'm okay with that, but you should at least be somewhat accurate. I think that'd be a wise move on their decision, but the class is extremely extremely strong with very little downside. If anything, that 10 health draw really isn't that much because that auto regen kicks in extremely fast. I found myself being able to pop my stim, retreating, and not being able to heal right away, but getting my health back before I even got all my shields up, stimming once or twice along the way. I think you guys are going to have a lot of blast. It's going to take you a while to figure him out, to be rather passive-aggressive, because you have the ability to do both with Octane. But once you do, the plays that you can make, the angles and crossfire that you can create are unlike any other character in the game. As always, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm about to go dolphin dive in real life. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks.
Come on.
Last squad's at Bangalore. She's going to call people in.
Thanks for having me.
Nice.
GG's.